Yo Mishmadanaham Sabrivrachagacharya Stotra Shashimat Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Yo Mishmadanaham Sabrivrachagacharya Ashtotra Shashimat Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki Ananda Gaudi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Ramacharya Das Thakur Ki Jai Sri Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Ki Go Premanande. All glories of Sambhava devotees, all glories of Sambhava devotees, all glories of Sambhava devotees, all glories of devotees. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishti Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Nama Pangajanabhaya Nama Pangajamalini Nama Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajamne Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangam Lankayade Girim Yadgavatamham Bande Shri Gurum Dinakarinam Shri Chaitanya Charam Paramanandamadhavam. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita, as it is, reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is. Chapter 13, Nature, Enjoyer and the Consciousness. And today's verses 16 to 19. Verse 16 we can read. Bhirandascha bhutanam acharam charameva cha sukshmatva tadvijneyam durastam chandige chata. Bhirandascha bhutanam acharam charameva cha sukshmatva. 13th chapter, verse 16. 16. 1-6. Bhirandascha bhutanam acharam charameva cha sukshmatva tadavijneyam durastam yechata. Yes. Bhakti Animalji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hirandasya bhutanam acharam charameva cha
Sukshmatvat tadavijneyam
durastam chandige. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Right. Rekha Maji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bahir Anantascha Bhutanam.
Bahirandascha Bhutanam.
Bahir Anantascha Bhutanam. Acharam Charam Kevacha. Sukshmat Tad Avigneyam.
Durastam Chantige Chatat. Yes, sir. Krishna Prabhu.
Bahirantascha bhudanam acharam charam evacha sukshmatvat tad avigneyam दूरस्थं चान्दिके दूरस्थं चान्दिके च तत्.
Right. Rekamaji can read the.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Bahi, outside, antaha, inside, cha, also, bhutanam, of all living entities, cha, acharam, not moving, charam, moving, eva, also, cha, and shukshmatvat, on account of beings subtle, tat, that avigneyam, unknowable, durastam, far away, cha, antike, cha, antike, near also, cha, also, that the supreme truth exists both internally and externally in the moving and non-moving, is beyond the power of the material senses to see or to know. Although far, far away, he is also near to all. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Verse 17. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthidam bhudavritta cha tadnyeyam grasishnu prabhavishnu cha. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthidam bhudavritta cha tadnyeyam grasishnu prabhavishnu cha. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthidam bhudavritta tadnyeyam grasishnu prabhavishnu cha. Copy Maji.
अविभक्तं च भूतेषु विभक्तम् इव च स्थितं भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयं ग्रसिष्णु प्रभविष्णु च. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Rekha Maji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam eva cha astam chatneyam grasishnu prabhavishnu cha. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Right, Hare Krishna. Krishna Prabhu.
अविभक्तं च भूतेषु विभक्तम् इव च स्थितं भूत भर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयं ग्रसिष्णु प्रभाविष्णु च.
Right. Snigdha Maji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. अविभक्तं च भूतेषु विभक्तमिव च स्थितं भूतर्भर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयं ग्रसिष्ठु प्रभविष्णु च. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Can read the.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Avibhaktam, without division, cha, also, bhutesu, in every living being, vibhaktam, divided, eva, as if, cha, also, sthitam, situated, bhuta, bhavatra, bhuta, maintainer of all living entities, cha, also, tat, that, gyayam, to be understood, grasishnu, divorce, Prabhavishnu, develops, cha, also. Although the super soul appears to be divided, he is never divided. He is situated as one. Although he is the maintainer of every living entity, it is to be understood that the divorce and develops all. Hare Krishna.
Right. Verse 18. Jyodishamavi tajyodis tamasaha paramuchyade jnanam nyeyam jnanagamyam iri sarvasya vishtidam. Jyodishamavi Jyodishamavi tajyodis tamasaha paramuchyade jnanam nyeyam jnanagamyam iri sarvasya vishtidam. Jyodishamavi tajyodis tamasa paramuchyade jnanam nyeyam jnanagamyam iri sarvasya vishtidam. Tene Maji.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ज्योतिषाम् अभितज्योतिस् तमसा परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितम्. हरे कृष्ण. हरे कृष्ण.
Snigdha Maji.
ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योति तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्टितम्.
Right.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna
ज्योतिषम अभी तत् ज्योतिषाम अभी तज ज्योतिष तमसा परम उच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञान गम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्टितम्.
Right. Rekha Maji. Rekha Maji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We cannot hear you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Kekunda Prabhu. Can you hear
You
Prabhu?
read it. You read the verse.
Okay Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I'm sorry Prabhu. Jyoti Sammapi Tajyoti Samatha Paramutte Jnanam Neyam Jnanagamyam Hridhi Sarvasya Vishtitam. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Snigdha Maji, you can read that.
Yes, Prabhuji. Jyotisam in all luminous objects, api also, tat that Jyoti, source of light, tamasaha of the darkness, parama beyond, uchyate is said, jnanam knowledge, gyayam to be known, jnanagamyam to be approached by knowledge, hridi in the heart, sarvasya of everyone, Vistishtam is situated. He is the source of light in all luminous objects. He is beyond the darkness of matter and is unmanifested. He is knowledge. He is the object of knowledge and he is the goal of knowledge. He is situated in everyone's heart. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Verse 19. Idi kshetram tada jnanam jneyam choktam samasadah mad bhakta edat vijnaya mad bhavayo bhavyate. Idi kshetram tada jnanam jneyam choktam samasadah mad bhakta edat vijnaya mad bhavavoya bhavyate. Idi kshetram tada jnanam jneyam choktam samasadah mad bhakta edat vijnaya mad bhava yoga padyade. Katyane Maji.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय इति क्षेत्रं तदा ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासदः मद्भक्त एतदुज्ञाय मद्भावायोपपद्यते. हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण.
Right. Hare Krishna. Rekha Maji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Iti kshetram tata jnanam neyam choktam samasatah madbhakta etat vijnaya madbhavaya upapadyate. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Your voice is very low. Is it speaking from distance?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, I'm not
Your
hearing
voice
anything,
is
Prabhu.
very, very low.
Yes, Prabhu, I'm also not hearing anything, Prabhu.
You're
Very
also
low.
not hearing.
No, Prabhu, I'm not hearing properly.
My God.
Very low voice is coming from here also.
I think that should be some problem with your network. Others, can you hear us? Snigdha Maji, can you hear me?
Prabhu, I can exit and re-exit, Prabhu. No. Hello, Prabhu.
Yes,
I will
yes,
exit,
Maji.
Prabhu, and again I will join you.
I know
Yes.
it's okay now. I think it's
But I am not hearing, Prabhu. I am not hearing
okay. Then
clearly.
okay. You can exit and come back.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay.
Okay, Snigdha Maji, you can read.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya iti kshetram tatha jnanam gyayam toktam samasatah madbhakta etad vigyaya madbhavayopapadyate. May I read the meaning?
Krishna Prabhu has not heard that. Krishna Prabhu.
इति क्षेत्रं तथा ज्ञानानं ज्ञेयं
Jnanam.
चोक्तं ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समस्ततः
Samasadaha.
मद्भक्त एतद् विज्ञान
Vijnaya.
विज्ञाय मद् भावयोपपद्यते हरे कृष्ण.
Right. Okay, Rekamaji can see.
Yes, Prabhu.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Prabhu. Now I can hear properly, Prabhu.
Okay, right.
Iti, thus, Kshetram, field of activities, the body, Tata also, Jnanam, knowledge, Neyam, knowable, Cha, also, Uktam, describe, Samasataha, in summary, Mat Bhaktaha, my devotee, Etat, all this, Vijnaya, after understanding, Mat Bhavaya, my nature, Upapadhyate, attains. Thus, the field of activities, the body, knowledge, and the knowable have been summarily described by me. Only my devotee can understand this thoroughly and thus attain to my nature. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashlakaya Chakshirunmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanyamanobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadandhikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahaganarignadanidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijanasaidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahaganarida Shivishagan Vidamsa He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Govesha Goviga Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanasude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhescha Kribha Sindhuvi Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gauravakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. बहिरन्दश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयं दूरस्थं चान्द्रियेशत. The supreme truth exists both internally and externally, in the moving and non-moving. He is beyond the power of material senses to see or to know. Although far away, far away, he is also near to all. So, Krishna is describing the super soul now. In verse 13, he has described the individual soul. And from verse 14 onwards to verse 19, 18, 5 verses, he is describing the super soul, the second knower of the body. There are, as we know, 2 knowers. One is the individual soul, another is a super soul. And individual soul has also been dealt with in verse 13 when he said that Anadi Matpayam Brahma, Matparam Brahma, Nasat Tan Nasat Uchyade. What is the meaning? We have mentioned that Anadi Matparam means what? Anadi Matparam. Anadi means without beginning.
Eternal, without beginning.
Matparam means what?
Mat.
Matparam means
subordinate or subordinate
Yes,
to
subordinate to me. The Jiva is subordinate to me. Or Jiva considers me, having me as supreme. Same meaning. Ramanujara gives this meaning. Jiva having me as supreme. Or subordinate to me. Or Baldev will say dependent on me, dependent on me. The Jiva is dependent on me. So he is eternal, dependent on me. And then what? Nasat, natan nasat uchede. Nasat, tan na asat uchede. That also we have explained in detail last class. As because it's a bit complicated term.
no
Sat,
cause.
asat, cause and effect, existing and non-existing, being and non-being. All these words people say without actually very clearly explaining what are the terms. But our Baldev Vidyabhushan has nicely described what is tan, what is sat and asat. Asat is a cause and sat is the effect. Now, these words are speaking about Prakriti only, the Kshetra act, the Kshetra. The nature, the Prakriti has got two aspects. One is the unmanifested aspect, which is called Pradhana. The unmanifested aspect is called Pradhana, which is a cause. The second aspect of Prakriti is a manifested, which is effect. And the manifested is the conglomeration of these 24 elements. When these 24 elements are gradually evolved from Pradhana and they unify, that becomes united, that becomes a body or becomes a world also. So that is a effect. Cause is the Pradhana, effect is the manifest universe. So, and in that manifest universe, our body is a microscopic unit. So both Sat and Asat, both cause and effect is Prakriti only, nature only, matter only. But what he says, Nasat, Nata, Nasat, means he is beyond both the cause and both the effect, means he has no connection with matter, means he is completely spiritual. This is a mean. The Jiva is completely spiritual, although at present he may be bound in this matter. Basically, he is very, very pure. He has no connection at all with matter. That is a mean. And then from 14 onwards, Krishna will describe Sarvadha Panipadam Tat Sarva Akshi Shiramukham Sarvadha Shudimalloge Sarva Mahapritya Tushtari. So this is everywhere his hands are, legs are there, his eyes, faces, he hears everything. And this way the super soul exists. And then Sarvendri Gunabhasam, Sarvendri Vivarjidam, Saktam Sarvutchaiva, Nirgunam Guna Bhoktusha. He is the original source of all the senses, but he is devoid of senses. Means he is devoid of any material senses. Material sense. Our sense is at present entrenched in matter. And so we have material senses which covers our spiritual senses. And because of that, we are not able to recognize Krishna as he is. That is a difficulty for us. And then Asaktam Sarvabodeshu, Asaktam Sarvabhutchaiva, Asaktam Sarvabhutchaiva, although he's non-attached, at the same time he maintains. Now, if you have to maintain a family, then we have to naturally be attached, isn't it? A father is maintaining a family, his wife, his children, that man is maintaining a family, his wife, children, etc. At that time, he's attached. But when Krishna is maintaining, he's not attached. And Nirgunam Gunabhukchaiva is without any material qualities, like the three material qualities, Sadguna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. Although he is a source of these three gunas, although he is a source, he is without gunas. So now our verse, Bhayandascha Bhudanam Acharam Charamevacha. He is inside everything and is outside everything. Everything looks to be very contradicting, no? He is Nirgunam Gunabhutta, Asaktam Sarvabhat, Sarvendri Gunabhasam, Sarvendri Varjitam. Everything is mentioned appears superficially to be contradictory. But why he says Bahirandascha, Bahirandascha? He's inside everything. He's inside the smallest other particles, smallest particle. That is why he says more minute and minutest. Anu amsham, anu amsham. Even the smaller than the smallest. And he's Vibhu also. He's greater than the greatest. Why he says so? Because inside every small particle, he resides as a super soul. The super soul, everyone. Then he contains everything. He contains everything. Because the whole Srishti, the whole universe, is contained within the body of Garbhodaya Vishnu. We have seen the lotus flower coming out of the stomach of Garbhodaya Vishnu. And in the stem of this lotus flower only, all the universes are fixed. So he's outside also. Then he's inside also. Charam acharam evacha is moving and non-moving. He appears to be non-moving, but he is moving also. So in Kadamrishat says, Ashino Duram Rajadi, Ashino Duram Rajadi. But by just though he is sitting, he goes far away, he moves far away. Shayano Yadri Sarvadaha. Lying down, he perverts everywhere. So the Isha Upanishad also, you can find verse 5 of Isha Upanishad mantra. There are 18 mantras in Isha Upanishad. The 5th mantra says, Tat ejedi, tat nejedi, tad dure tadandige, tat anda asya sarvasya, tadu sarvasya bahya. Sarvasyasya bahya. This is tat ejedi, tat nejedi. He does not walk at the same time he walks. Tad dure tadantige. He is far, but he is near. Then tad andar asya sarvasya is inside everything. Tad u sarvasyasya bahya is outside everything also. Which means Krishna is not knowable through our senses, our mind, and our intellect. If he is not known by whatever that is we have having, whatever facilities that we are having in the form of senses, mind, and intellect, then how he can be known? He can be known only by his grace. Only when he reveals himself can you know him. So that needs his grace. And for his grace, who's eligible for his grace? One is completely surrendered. One is completely surrendered to Krishna. Only that person is a recipient of his mercy. Others are not qualified to receive his mercy. You cannot challenge God and at the same time expect to be qualified to receive his mercy. If you want to be qualified to receive his mercy, then you have to be totally surrendered to him. And when you are totally surrendered, then Krishna bestows his grace on someone, and that soul, that fortunate soul, will be able to understand Krishna. So in the next verse, verse 17, Krishna says, Avibhaktam jabudeshu, Avibhaktam jabudeshu, Vibhaktam iva chastidam, Bhudabhritcha Tatneyam Vasishnu Prabhavishnucha. He is undivided, though he appears divided in all separate living entities. He is to be known as the maintenance, destruction, and creation of all things. That is Baldev Vidyabhushan's translation. Prabhupada says, although his super soul appears to be divided, he is never divided. He is situated as one. Although he is a maintainer of every living entity, it is to be understood that he devours and develops all. So it may look like, because he's already been said that he's inside every living entities. Now we know that every living entity, individual soul is spread all over. Every individual soul is individual. Everyone is individual soul. Then if the super soul is inside a living entity, then naturally you may think that he's divided. How can one super soul be inside crores and crores of living entity jivas? Is it possible? Unless it is get divided. But Krishna says no. Vivaktameva chastidam. It appears that we are divided, but it's not divided. Why? Because it's an expansion only. Super soul is only one. He expands himself and is inside everyone. The example he gives is a sun. Suppose at 12 o'clock, somebody asks, if you ask someone, where is sun? He will say that his sun is on my head. A person sitting in Tokyo, he may say that sun is on my head. A person sitting in Singapore, he may also say that, he will also say that sun is on my head. A person sitting in Delhi, he says the same thing. A person sitting in Dubai, he will say the same thing. One who sits in Geneva, he will tell the same, that sun is on my head. One sitting in London also will say the same thing. And person sitting in New York also will say the same thing. Because sun is one, but he's everywhere. Same way, super soul is one, but is inside everyone. So that is what Krishna says, Avibhaktam cha bhudeshu. Cha bhudeshu is situated avibhaktam, but vibhaktam eva chastidam. Appears to be divided. That's all. Because for us, this idea is very difficult to understand, because unless we don't have an experience of one person expanding himself to various bodies. Krishna, we have seen that he expands himself. In Dwaraka, he's got 16,108 wives. When Naradji is visiting Krishna in Dwaraka, he goes to the house of Rukmini first, and then he sees Krishna playing with Rukmini. Then he goes to the house of Satyabhama. Again, he sees Krishna enacting with Satyabhama. Like that, he visits all the 16,108 wives, palaces. And inside all the palaces, simultaneously, Krishna is sitting. So, this is beyond our reasoning, logic. That is why Krishna says achintyam. Achintyam means it's inconceivable for us. And then he says, next he says, Bhudabhit Chatatneyam Grasishnu Prabhavishnucha. I am the maintainer, and I am the destroyer, and I am the creator also. That means he's everything. When he expands, he says that he's expanding himself. I'll make it more clear. He says in Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, 5th chapter, verse 14, 2.5.14, he says, Dravyam karmacha kalascha swabhavo jiva evacha vasudevat paro brahman nachanyo arthosti tattudaha. The various aspects of creation, time, karma, nature of individual beings, individual living beings, and the material ingredients of creation are all Supreme Shri Krishna himself. There is nothing in existence apart from him. Krishna is everything. He is inside earth, he is inside water, he is inside fire, he is inside all the elements, he is inside every jiva, he is Kala himself, he is karma, he is the nature of jivas. Everything is Krishna. So nothing is in existence apart from him. Suppose a space may be simply divided into objects it contains. Either space. But say space, we can see the sky outside also. Sky, if you look at water, suppose you go inside and up with a vessel of water. When you look at the sky, in the vessel of water, you will see the reflection of the sky. But when you look up, you see the whole sky. Same way also the sun. If you look at a pool of water, you can see sun there. When you look up also, you'll find the sun. So, he says, Bhudabritcha Buddha Tatneyam Vasishnu Kabishnucha. He is a maintainer, he is a destroyer, and he is a creator. The three aspects of creation, that is creation, maintenance, and destruction, is done by him only, nobody else. So, Shruti says, Taittiriya Upanishad says, Yado va imani bhudani jayante, yena jadani jivandi, yat prayandi, abhisam vishandi, tad brahma, tad vijinasaswam. That is Taittiriya Upanishad says, Yado va imani bhudani jayante. From whom? Yado va imani bhudani. From whom these living beings are born. Imani bhudani jayante. Jayante means one who is born. Imani bhudani means these entities. Yadova, from whom it is born. Yena jadani jivanti. Those who are born, who maintains them. Yat prayandi abhivishamti. And after this, towards the end, to whom it enters. Tad Brahma. That is Brahma. That is Krishna. That means every living entities have come from the Brahman Krishna. Every living entity is maintained by him, and every living entity is after destruction come back to him. So that is the meaning of these three. Bhudabrit. Bhuda means maintaining. Grasishnu means destruction, and Pavishnu means creation. And verse 18, Krishna says, Jodisham abhita joshi tamasaha paramuchyade jnanam nyayam janagamyam hridi sarvasya vishtidam. He is the source of light in all luminous objects. He is beyond the darkness of matter and is unmanifested. He is knowledge and is the object of knowledge and is the goal of knowledge and is situated in everyone's heart. He is the source of all luminous objects. Which are the luminous objects? Which are all the luminous objects?
Sun.
Can you tell me? Sun. Yes, sun is there.
Sun and moon.
Moon,
Then moon is there. Yes, moon is there.
Star.
And stars are there. Yes. Fire is there. Fire. Lightning is there. These are all luminous objects. Means these objects diffuse light. That is why it's called luminous. An object we can diffuse light is called luminous. But actually there is no light in them. Actually, there is no light in sun, there is no light in moon, there is no light in stars, no light in fire, no light in lightning. It has come from Krishna only. On their own, they have no light. All the light has come from Krishna only. That Kathopanishad says so. Na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra taragam, nema vidyato bhati kudoyam agni. They do not shine. Sun, stars, moon, lightning or fire, they do not shine. And how they shine? Tadeva bhantam anubhanti sarvam. Tadeva bhantam anubhanti sarvam. He only shines, and following the shining Lord, they also shine. That means they take the shine from Krishna and they shine. That means the original light, original shine is Krishna only. And they partake this sun, moon, stars, everything, partake this light from Krishna and they shine. So this is again confirmed by Krishna in the 15th chapter, verse 12. 15:12, he says, Yat aditya gadam tejo jagat bhase de akilam yat chandramas yat cha agno tat tejo vidimamagam. Yat aditya gadam tejo jagat bhase de akilam. Know that the light of sun, moon and the fire which illuminates the whole universe is my light only. Vidimamagam, mine only. Verse 15, verse 12 of 15th chapter. Please note it down. What I'm playing the particular verses. Please note it down, and then you can refer it later. Then tamasaha paramichyade is beyond darkness. Kavim Puranam Anshasidaram Ano Aniyamsham Anusmaredya Sarvasiddhataram Sarvasiddhataram Aditya Varnam Paratasmat. Aditya Varnam. He says Aditya Varnam. Aditya Varnam. Tamasaha Parastat. Aditya Varnam is light because is knowledge. Is full of knowledge and ignorance does not touch it. Kavim Puranam is 8th chapter, 9th verse. If you look at 8th chapter, 9th verse, you'll find this verse. Kavim Puranam Anshasidaram Anoraniyamsham Anusmaredya Sarvasiddhataram Achindya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parastan. Achindya Rupam is inconceivable form of Krishna and is beyond the darkness of ignorance. Jnanam Nyaya Jnanagamya Hri Sarvasiddhishtam. He is a knowledge and is object of knowledge and he is a goal of knowledge. So it is said that he is Veda, Vedakrit, Vedavit and Veda Vedya. Vedakrit means one who has compiled Veda, who has created Veda. One who has manifested Veda. Asya Mahad Budasya Nishwasido Vedas. The Vedas have come from the breath of the Supreme, Krishna. So he manifests. That's why he's called Vedakrit. Vedakrit. And he only knows the complete meaning of Vedas. So he is called Vedavit. Vedavit means one who knows Veda. And he is a person, he is the object, goal of knowledge. He is a person who is to be known through Vedas. Krishna is the only person who is to be known by the Vedas. So it's called Veda Vedya. Vedya means one who is to be known. So Krishna is Vedakat, Vedavit, Veda Vedya. Vedakrit means one who has manifested Veda. Veda with means one who knows Vedas. Vedya means one who is to be known by Vedas. As it is here said that Jnana Jnanagamyam. Sorry, Jnana Jneyam Jnanagamyam. Sarvasya Vishtidam. He is inside, he is controller, he is inside the heart of every living beings. And the last verse, Krishna says, Idi Kshetram Tada Jnanam Jneyam Soktam Samasadaha Mad Bhakta Eda Vijnaya Mad Bhavayo Bhavadyade. Thus, he says, I have described. Thus, the field of activities, Kshetram, Kshetrajna, the knowledge, Tada Kshetram, Tada Jnanam, Jneyam, the one who is the noble, has been summarily described by me. He says, everything I have described, Jnana, Kshetra is described verses 6 and 7. Kshetra, Mahabhudani, from starting with that, the Ichha, Desha, Sukha, Dukkha, Chedanas, Abhidhi. So that is Kshetra. Then the means of knowledge is from 8 to 12. And the noble is name is from 14 to 18. So Krishna says, I summarily described everything. And only my devotee can know this. Nobody else. That's why he says that nobody else, only Krishna's devotees can know Krishna. Nobody else. So, because of his devotion is everything. So, devotion is always very strongly mentioned in all these scriptures, Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Ihasas. Everywhere, only devotion is described. In Veda, that is a Martyr Shruti is a Martyr Shruti. Martyr Shruti says that Bhakti Revenam Nairi. Only Bhakti alone can lead us to God. Bhakti Revenam Nairi means indeed. Only Bhakti Enam means God. Only Bhakti Evenam Enam Nayadi. Only Bhakti can lead us to God. Bhakti Revenam Pashyadi. Only by Bhakti we can see God. Bhakti Revenam Darshedi. We can only come to the presence of God only through Bhakti. Bhakti Vasha Purusho, and Krishna is under control of Bhakti. Bhakti Vasha Purusho. Krishna is under the control of Bhakti. Bhakti Reva Bhujyasi. Therefore, only exclusive Bhakti should be. So that's a very nice verse. And in Munda Upanishad also says, Upasade Purusham Hayatmeste Sukshmate Indravadhira. Those who engage in bhakti towards the supreme divine personality, giving up all material desires, escape the cycle of life and death. Then Shweta Upanishads have very nice Yasya Deve Para Bhakti Tada Devi Tada Guru Tasyeide Kadida Hyartha Prakashande Mahatmanaha. Yasya Deve Para Bhakti. Only those who have unflinching bhakti towards God. Tadha Deve Tadha Guru. Yada Deve Tadha Guru. Like that, identical bhakti towards God also. Yada Deve Tadha Guru. You should have bhakti for Krishna as well as bhakti for Guru also. Tasyede Kadidahi Artha. In the heart of such saintly persons only, the imports of Vedic scriptures are automatically revealed. Tasyehi Kadidahi Artha Prakashande Mahatmana. Mahatmana means saintly persons. Only those saintly persons who have exclusive devotion towards Krishna and the spiritual master, to him only the imports of Vedas, that means the real meaning of Veda, will be revealed. So in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a very nice verse in the 11th canto, 14th chapter, verse 20. Krishna says to Uddhava, Na sadhedi mam yogo, na sangyam dharma uddhava, na swadhyayastabastyago, yatha bhakti mamorjida. Na sadhedi mam bhaktyo. Sorry, na sadhedi mam yogo. I cannot be purchased by Ashtanga Yoga. Na Sankyam, no by Sankhya Yoga also. I mean, analysis of 24 elements. That is basically Jnana Yoga. Sankhya means not by Jnana Yoga. Dharma Uddhava, or cultivation of what do you call scriptural knowledge. And then Swadhyayas, that is Swadhyayas. Tabastyago. Tabastyago means austerities, donate charity, all those things. But this cannot be, by this only Krishna will not be attained. Krishna cannot be attained by Ashtanga Yoga, no can be attained by Jnana, no by very great austerities and charity. He can be attained only by Bhaktir Mamorjida, Yada Bhaktir Mamorjida. Only through charity, on Bhakti only he can see. Ramana says very, very nice thing. Rama hi kevala prema payara janilo jo janani hara. The Supreme Lord Rama is only attained through love. Let this truth be known by all who care to know. Janilo jo janani hara. Janani hara is one who is interested, one who is desires, one who has a desire for knowledge. Let it be known that if you want to know Krishna, you want to know Rama, only through love only. Love means bhakti. Bhakti means love. And in Guru Granth Sahib, you know, Guru Nanak is a scripture of the sixth. And it's very clearly, he states, very very nice verse. Hari Samaj Jagat Mahan Vastu Nahi. There is no personality like Krishna. Hari Sama Jagat Mahan Vastu Nahi. In the whole universe, there is no one like Krishna. Prem Pantha, Son Pantha, there is no path equal to path of devotion. Sadguru Sama Sajjan Nahi, nobody like the Guru. And Gita Sama Nahi Granda, there is no book like Gita. So that is the greatness of Bhakti. He means love for Krishna after surrendering to Krishna. And what is the result? Mad Bhava, he says that Mad Bhava Vavadyade, Bhavaya Vavadyade, Ma Bhavaya Vavadyade. He attains the nature of Krishna. What is the nature of Krishna? Sachidananda Vigraha, Anandamaya Vyasa, Sachidananda. Krishna is eternity, bliss, and knowledge. So a living entity can also attain the same nature of Krishna. Doesn't mean that it is assimilated to Krishna. No. It is done by we have become one with Krishna. No. Or we can say you have become equal to Krishna. No. Only the nature we attain the nature of Krishna, so that we can worship him more and more. That is idea. So thank you very much. So if you have any more doubts, more clarification required, these are very important chapter. But ultimately, everything is linked to bhakti, because bhakti is is developed by knowledge only. So knowledge is important, but ultimately bhakti is everything. So read that verses more and more along the purport, and you can listen to class also at your convenience. That way, you have to be thorough with this concept. Correct. Vigdamaji, you can recite. If you have any questions, Krishna Prabhu?
Relating to today's lesson, as today's lesson, we heard that Lord Krishna is the supreme. So, but we have seen that many devotees they worship some main idols, like some are Shiva bhaktis, some are Vaishno Devi bhaktas, some are Ganesh bhaktis, some are like many deities, many deities.
Yes.
Some are Shirdi Sai bhaktas, some are Satya Sai. So, what I understand from today's class is the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna is the Supreme. So
Yes.
when we go to do devotion to other temples or other deities, will the prayers will be heard or graced?
What is it? If we go to other
Like
other deities.
other deities, like what is said, the demigods.
Shiva,
Other are demigods. So if we go to bhakti to demigods, will it lead to that our this one grace?
Will it lead to the grace of Krishna?
Yeah.
Or what is
Or
exactly
we
question?
need to
If you go to other temples of other deities and pray to them, will it yield the same result? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Or is it there if you pray to them with the prayers will be heard by Krishna? Is that the question?
Yeah, that is a question. Whether if we go to the deities like the demigods,
if you pray to Shiva, is it equal to praying to Krishna, or is it reach Krishna? Which is actually what is your question?
Will it reach Krishna?
Will it reach Krishna? Yes. Sarvadevahan, all that yajnas which is meant for given to devas, ultimately Krishna says it reaches me only. It reaches me only. That is Agashat Padidantoyam Sagaram Pratigachari. That verse is say the water that flows down from the sky goes flowing through so many things, mountains, hills, and then plain surfaces, then ultimately reaches sea only. Like that, all the yajnas to other living devas ultimately reach Krishna only. But that is Krishna says in verse 23 of 9th chapter. If you go to 9th chapter, verse 23, Krishna says that Yebi Anya Devada Bhakta Yajande Shraddhayanvidaha Tebi Mameva Kaunteya Yajandi Avidhi Purvagam. When a man sacrifices or gives devotion to other gods, it is actually meant for me only. It's meant for me only, but it is offered without true understanding. Avidipura means without understanding, without the true understanding. You are worshipping Shiva, you are worshipping Surya, and actually, when you are worshipping because there are parts and parcel of Krishna, being the parts and parcel of Krishna, if you worship Shiva also, ultimately you are worshipping Krishna only, but that is not with a proper understanding. What is proper understanding? Krishna states in the next chapter, next verse, verse 24, Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhudeva cha. I am the only object of sacrifice and only enjoyer of sacrifice. One who does not know me like this, one who does not know my true transcendental nature, they fall down. So if you are worshipping Shiva without knowledge of Krishna, ultimately you go to his planet only. So in the verse 25, Krishna says, Yandi Devavrada Devan, Pidri Yandi Pidrivradaha, Budani Yandi Budejya, Mad Yandi Madhya Jinobima. If you are worshipping Devas, you go to Devas planets. If you are worshipping the forefathers, you go to their planets. And if you are worshipping Buddhas, they go to Buddha's planets, ghosts and spirits. Buddha means ghosts and spirit. That means the devotion in the Tamoguna. You have that nature, no? You're worshipping, so black magic, all those things are there. But if you worship me, you come to me, because that means all this should be done with the proper knowledge that Krishna is supreme. If you are not doing that, then the result will not be. Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah, Prabhuji, clear now. Hare Krishna.
Right. Hare Krishna. Okay, Snigdhamaji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadayine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Silatankanakhalai. Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho. Yato yami tato Narsimho. Bahir Narsimha Hridayir Narsimha. Narsimhamadi Sharanam Prapade. Tabakar Kamala Bari. Nakha Madhuta Sangam. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhrungam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadip Hari Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Narsingadev 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 Jaya Narsingadev Jaya Narahari 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 Jaya Narahari Jaya Prahlad Narasingha Jaya Prahlad Narasingha Jaya Prahlad Narasingha Jaya Prahlad Narasingha Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Om Ugrang Birang Mahavishnum Jolantang Sarvatomukham Narsinghang Bhishanang Bhadrang Mrityu Namamyam Om Ugrang Birang Mahavishnum Jolantang Sarvatomukham Narsinghang Bhishanang Bhadrang Mrityu Namamyam Om Ugrang Birang Mahavishnum Jolantang Sarvatomukham Narsinghang Bhishanang Bhadrang Mrityu Namamyam Sri Narsingha Jai Jai Sri Narsingha Praladesa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Branga Sri Narsingha Jai Jai Sri Narsingha Praladesa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Branga Sarva Vigna Vinasak Narsingha Bhagavan ki
Jai. Pancha Kaparuvasa
Krupa Sindhu Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo
Nandaguri Vaishnavin ki
Jai
Abwad ki